be like saying Naira Marley don't they get people when they come out, come they speak for him. Because the whole narrative about Naira Marley by Mohbad, the Sam Larry and all those things is beginning to change. Now, waiting, I really understand. And the champion of the former earliest narrative was a person of Iyabo Ojo. But this time around, she is going to face a lot of things. That is what we are really getting right here. And a lot of people can really understand that from a different point of view. But before I dive into the story, I want you to understand that, the issue here is who by Mohbad. And also, a lot of people are saying that he bullied Mohbad, but that is an issue that you can hardly prove. You can hardly prove it. You know why? Because there is no direct evidence pointing against Naira Marley. Although we saw a video of Sam Larry actually storming a video shoot, but we saw like a petition against them to the police and a lot of other things. These are speculation which can hardly be proven. But now we are talking about who by Mohbad, how the justice for Mohbad, how they went about it, whether they were right or wrong. That is the something that we need to talk about, and a lot of people are getting also to understand it from that point of view. But the issue is like Cubana Chief Priest is speaking up for Naira Marley. But before we still proceed with that, we need to actually understand that Iyabo Ojo is always going to be at the center of this all. That is something we got to understand about that. But a lot of revelations are really coming out ever since Naira Marley gave the account of his own side of the story. And a lot of people, they say, why do you have to wait for 2 years? If to say Naira Marley come out, speak, and when those things they hot, in come out, in come speak, a lot of people not go really believe your own side of the story. A lot of people not go really believe his own side of the story. They could just a verse, So everything is gradually changing. The whole tempo, the WhatsApp group, a lot of things. And a very dark man has actually come out to say, in go resume to the post because they actually did Mohbad's father dirty in the game. In this whole story, they do the man dirty. Another revelation from the camp of Wumi Karimo, a lot of people actually speaking, talking, is that at the time, Mohbad received his royalties with mother-in-law's account. Who does that? They really do that guy dirty. Everybody around him, they were all out for the money. That is it. He not really get too many genuine people around him. That is something I got to understand about this. And especially with the issue of somebody not being able to narrate the deaths, the cause of the death of this guy is also one thing that is alarming in this whole story that a lot of us are really talking about right now. But I kind of understand that, yes, a lot of people will come out, speak their own, based on sentiment. I keep saying it that actress Iyabo Ojo actually acted out of sentiment and personal conflict with Naira Marley. So decided to channel the whole energy. Assuming say they catch Naira Marley that period, like a day when that thing happened, therefore fire too. That is actually wicked because if you know say not be somebody by person, because you not really like the person, you actually started a crusade against that person. That is satanic to me. That is actually satanic. That person is capable of buying person. wey dey vex for. That is what we are really getting from this whole story right now. But we got a lot of people actually speaking up, and then some people say, Naira Marley career don die and all those things. That was really the main target of anybody wey started out the campaign against Kpai Mohbad na Naira Marley. It was all for to damage the Malian movement, the Malian campaign, and the record label at that time. That Zinoliski was really offered some watery contract so that he can pull out of Naira Marley, because they said that Naira Marley has gone. But Zinoliski was able to sustain himself through this period. He was cancelled as well, alongside Naira Marley and other things. But now the case is all getting all interesting. Yes, according to report, they said the last show wey Mohbad go before im come kpai na Cubana Chief Priest and Soso get that show for Ikorodu. And look at what this guy, a person of Cubana Chief Priest, said in a recent tweet. He said, from the start, everyone knew Naira Marley didn't kill Mohbad, but some celebrities pushed that narrative away because of their personal issues with him, his music style, and Malian community as a whole. That is actually clear. And I call it like the biblical mene mene teke teke yufasi. That is audible to the deaf, visible to the blind. That is what we are really getting with this whole thing. Now, the narrative was actually against Naira Marley, because at that time, I'm not gonna lie, I hated the movement Naira Marley actually started, the Malian movement. Malian are rude, Malian are rugged, Malian are this, Malian are that. And then, some of the things when they do just to promote the Mali movement, like, sleeping with a mother and a daughter, that actually caused issue with the late Ame, a Nollywood actress who died, some years back. So you will now understand that already he was really having this kind of hate. A lot of people dislike the movement, but that is not enough for you now to pin murder case against somebody. You understand? This is a murder case. That is what we are really talking about. And pinning it against somebody because you don't like that person, what makes you different from the person wey kpai person? This case is getting twisted at a time, and a lot of people, they say, then they wait for Iyabojo make it calm down, after Omugo, so that she go come now, explain herself, vindicate herself. But I see where it's going, because the camp of Naira Marley is not going to let go. It's not going to let go. Iyabojo will be sued. That is something I got to understand. And remember that she has petitioned the Nigerian police. Remember the issue of being linked to Gist Lover, and Gist Lover being in the case files of NIA, DSS, and Nigerian police. What do you have to say about all of this? I want you guys to always put that in the comment section, so that we go really get to understand this thing, because a lot of things are becoming glaring. From the account of the immediate family of Mohbad, we got a lot of twisted story, sour story, and a lot of people are really talking about it, and it's all trending on social media. Do DNA, I no go do DNA. Do DNA, I no go do DNA. Why is it that some people are so afraid of DNA? Another thing is that they raise issue of why dem quick bury am. But if you really look am, somebody bring out 2 million naira to instigate, do a lot of things. Any grieving person, if you understand that, any grieving person, most of the time, they not dey really dey get control of themselves. Tell them, oh yeah, do this one. They go hardly think about am. Another report accounts of the story came out. Say somebody pikin kpai, im mama come the house, see blood everywhere, begin wash cloth, wash off the blood. So we get a lot of questions to really ask, to really answer at the same time. But I know that the truth will surely come to light because this Mohbad guy is not resting. They push a lot of people, they push a lot of things. They like, you know, until the truth go come out. So what is your own take about this story? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that we can really have a take on what you feel. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for always watching my videos, coming out, commenting, supporting me, even offline on other social media platforms. You guys have been so great. I love you guys for that. I love you guys. I love you guys. And then you can share this video so that a lot of other people go see and then comment and understand and then get informed about wetin dey happen for this story of Mohbad and co.